Amanda here from createyourfuture.co. So today we have Reem joining us. Hi, Reem.
Hello.
Reem is so exciting. Reem is our coach here at Create Your Future. She's been doing email coaching and now she's starting to do video coaching. And today she's going to share with us her story about how she used everyone as you pushed out to not only manifest her specific person, but to change his religion. Like unbelievable. So yes, Reem, share your story. We're all on the edge of our seats now.
Okay, cool. I'm so happy to be here. So I do want to talk about my success story with manifesting my specific person, and it was during quarantine. So, but before I get into how my specific person showed up, I wanted to kind of take a step back and look at the fact that our current reality really is a reflection of our past thoughts and our past mental diet. And I think that's really important to remember when you're waiting for your desire and when you're in that lag time before it shows up in your 3D reality. So before quarantine, I was really in a space where I was just focusing on myself. And I know people say that all the time, focus on yourself and then the person will change. Focus on yourself, loving yourself, and the person will show up that you want to be with. But that never really resonated well with me, and it just felt like empty words. You know, I felt like, well, I do love myself. I go take vacations. I spend time with friends. Like, how is that gonna change my reality? And it was only until I really understood the laws of attraction in terms of the concepts of everyone is you pushed out and really clarifying your mental diet is when I realized, like, wow, self-love just means I need to clean up all of my thoughts. Instead of having thoughts of, you know, why not me? Am I good enough? Can I be in a committed relationship? Do people want to be in a relationship with me? Oh, am I good looking enough? All of those things were part of my old mental diet. And I realized that what it means to take time for yourself, it means that you're just clarifying your mental diet. So when I said before quarantine started, I was really just perfecting my mental diet and thoughts around relationships. And I was doing that on several different levels. So the first level was really me in a relationship in general. So I made intentions like, I am so fun to be with. I'm the relationship type. I'm really desirable. I do have a great personality. Whoever I want to be with wants to be with me. So those were removing the blocks just around relationships in general. And then I went into blocks around where and when I would meet someone. And I think this really applied the most during quarantine because when you have an idea and especially, and I think another concept here is that when you have to look at specific details that you can't believe are possible. So, you know, you're sitting home and you're not allowed to, we're all in lockdown. How can I possibly meet someone? I kind of went at this with intentions that were a lot more general and broad, where instead of intending that, oh, someone's going to come knocking on my door to meet me, no, I just went with the concepts of, you know, I'm the creator of my reality. I know that when my mental diet is completely in line with my desire and it's completely cleared of any doubts, the person is just going to show up in my 3D reality. And I didn't have to go in and kind of break down those other little beliefs because I just went over them with some broad concepts and intentions. And then the last aspect that I was working on was just really clarifying my desire, which I think is the most important part. So around that, I just had intentions that about the way my SP will treat me, the way he will feel, the way I'll feel when we're together, different characteristics that he has, different value systems, basically just writing out our story and thinking about it all the time. And once I felt like I was completely submerged my thoughts with, and they were all aligned with my desire, I was essentially just focusing on myself, he showed up. So the way he showed up was actually pretty cool. So I was kind of just hanging out one night at home watching a movie, and a friend of mine sent me a text message, and she's on dating websites, but I'm not. So she sent me a message and a picture of a guy, and she said, I like this guy for you. And so to me, I just looked at the photo and I was like, oh, it just felt so natural because I had been working on my mental diet for so long. It wasn't even that long. It was more so just clarifying and kind of focusing on myself in that sense, and like making sure I was just genuinely in that same space. So when she messaged me, it felt so normal to me. You know, I just looked at it. I was like, oh yes, he's pretty good looking. He has same nationality that I wanted, the perfect age group. He even had a great career, kind of everything that I had already came up with my thoughts. So, and then she ended up setting us up, and now we've been talking for the entire time during quarantine, and things are actually going really well. So I think the take-home message is to remember that like the law of attraction really is a law of the universe, and just like the laws of gravity or the laws of thermodynamics, and they're always working. And so even though even while we're still together, I'm constantly perfecting my mental diet, and any blocks that come up, I'm always kind of breaking them down and changing them. And that's what Amanda was saying about religion. So before we had the discussion about religion, I knew based off of my limiting beliefs, based off of his name and where he's from, that he would be one religion. But I also know that my thoughts create, and I know that everyone is me pushed out. So the first thing I did was I completely changed my thoughts, and I said, you know what? He's going to be a different religion. He's going to be either, or he had a huge influence with my religion growing up, or he's going to be completely open to changing his religion or wanting to be my religion. I just kind of kept it broad and open for the universe to kind of take control. And the first conversation we had about religion, I think my jaw just dropped because I was just shocked at the way he was raised, and that he was telling me, yes, he's this religion, but he was actually, the way he grew up, he had a huge influence. My religion had a huge influence on his life. He even practiced it at certain points. And I was just like, my belief in the laws of attraction kind of just went to a different level. So just wanted to share my story.
So amazing. You know what? That's like, guys, you know, one thing that really hit me about this story was, you know what, how, you know, you didn't, Reem, you weren't even on dating websites. You got your friend to go on dating websites for you and find you somebody. Okay, first off, okay, like how amazing is that? Second, he completely like shifted the guy's religion. Like, oh my goodness, like anything is possible. I mean, this is truly how everyone is you pushed out works. And you know what I really love is your explanation of self-love, because we are gods. We are love. Everything is love about us, everything that we create, you know, and you're right. I never did ever create anything by sitting in a corner and saying, I love myself. Not once have I ever done that, you know, and I've always focused on my relation with other people and what other people think about me and so on and so forth, or my relation about me being good enough. Right. So, you know what, excellent points, you know, excellent. And the other thing, you know, there's some really good intentions in there that, you know, what some of you guys out there, viewers, might want to, you know, take and put into your own life about, you know, what she created. And I love the levels that you do. And this is why people get results with you. You're good at finding people's blocks, right? You know where to look. So amazing. What an amazing story. It's like, wow.
Yeah. It was very cool. I mean, I think the more you manifest and the more you apply the laws, on one end, your confidence level goes up, and on the other end, it just becomes so natural. It becomes a part of your life, and I think that's where you kind of get into a flow where you can change every aspect of your life, and there really are no limits. You know, we're the only ones that limit ourselves. So.
You know, that's 100% true. You're right. I mean, that's where it comes down to. You know, it's when that moment when he actually, you manifested the whole religion thing. You said that was when I really was impacted with everyone as you pushed out. And it's when you create enough of those little moments that, you know, you get to the point where you don't doubt anything anymore. You're just like, you're ready. Yeah, you're right. You're in that flow. You know, that's why I do like all day. I do intentions all day with everything, no matter how big or how small, you know, and when you're actually, you know, consciously creating your day, even the things that you don't want when they show up, you realize when you created them and you just kind of laugh about it. You're like, oh yeah, that's why am I surprised? Right? You know what I mean? And then when things you don't like, you just take it as a joke. It actually ends up turning into a joke. You know, there's so many things that used to be in my relationship in the beginning that would annoy me when they were said, but then I started making them a joke, and then he just started joking about it. Now it's a huge joke. And it's like, wow, didn't that just transform over time, right? To really nothing serious, you know? So, yeah, totally.
Definitely. Everything's definitely very moldable, like you can morph things in the moment. You just have to kind of stay strong in your desire and realize that there's a little bit of a lag time just to clear up your mental diet. I think that's the biggest thing to remember.
It's exactly it. It's exactly it. But once you get it on and in line with everything, it's easy to maintain. You're absolutely amazing. Such a pleasure to talk to too. You know, are so awesome. So guys, you know what, if you are looking for some help, you know, Reem's got some video session spots available. Definitely check out the link in the description below. Thank you so much, Reem, for joining us.
Thank you. It was great to be here.
You're welcome. And guys, thank you for liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.
Bye.